No, no, no. Hey, are you guys ready to get jackabooed? Podcast style? That's lame. Welcome to a fresh new episode here of the JoshCast show. It's Tuesday night. I just wrote my set list out for the open mic I'm going to tomorrow to Crooked Eye Brewery. That's not a smart thing to do. I can't even see the crowd, but that's the way I do it. Last night, I took some salsa lessons. I paid $5. I haven't been there in a month because the place I go to on Monday nights used to be free. They started charging $5, and it's been pretty dead. Well, last night, there was a big meetup group there, and the place was packed. Only thing that really happened was this black guy pushed me out of line. He didn't, physically push me, but he was, drunk. And what happens is, I've been to this place many times before. I've been coming here for years. So I went to the beginning of the line because I just got in. And he thought I was cutting in front of him. And he just, gave me, a little shove. Yo, man, move out my way. And, danced with a few. I got there late and it was packed. So I did not go to Irish Times last night. I was going to go there. One of the comics who's a regular there, who talks during my set a lot, not going to give his name out. I mean, usually I always drop someone's name on his podcast no one listens to, but he's really not worth it. He's some shit kid who just always talks shit about me, and he never says it to my face. He sent me a friend's request on Facebook, which is pretty weird. I don't know why, but he obviously wanted to post something on my wall or go through my pictures, so I deleted his request. Also, another thing that happened was I downloaded the Facebook Messenger, which kind of sucks for your phone because it kind of fucks you up because you have to go through the Facebook messages and you see messages you never got. I got two weird messages. One was from some chick from Brazil, and she spoke in Spanish, but she pretty much said, "Hey, is your last name Jacaboo? I know someone named Jacaboo," or something like that, so she thinks I'm related. Now, it's possible, but there are Polish names that are very close because Jacaboo is a Polish name. That was weird. I didn't respond to that. And then also, some comedian started a fake alias. It was like for some weird country, like Scotland or something. And the person wrote me a really mean message based on the last episode's topic, which was, when I accused that comic of stealing my joke. And he wrote, "Hey," he wrote, "Oi, dickhead," or something like that. "Accept that guy's friend's request and prove how he stole your joke, you cunt." Which is funny, but I know there's about a few comics who could have wrote that. I know Eddie Gallagher, most likely was probably him. If not, Steve Miller, possibly Bradley Beck. There's a few names I'm going through of people I thought. But anyways, I didn't even bother to respond to that. So anyways, let's get right to the topical news. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll get any coverage. Also, I signed up for Uber. Now, I don't have any income right now. Today I went to Best Buy. I bought one of those phone mounts you see everybody has. And I already filled out all the paperwork and stuff. Well, not paperwork, documents. And, yeah, I'm going to try to do some driving maybe tomorrow. I got my windshield wiper replaced. I had a shitty windshield wiper, so I'm going to see how it goes, man. I mean, if I only make $200 a week, I got bills to pay. So sorry for yapping for 3 minutes, folks, but it's my podcast, and let's get to the topical news. If there's any. Lindsey Vonn commits big flashing flub involving her booty. It's a list. So I guess I saw one many years ago when a girl got her dress ripped off. Let's see. I don't know. I guarantee they won't show it. Oh, I see it. She's lifting weights in these tight black pants, and she's got little holes in her ass, from her pants. Murder suspect tweeted about wanting to kill his roommate. And he's a murder suspect now. Can you imagine if you actually said, "I'm going to kill this motherfucker," and then the person actually dies, and the FBI and the police are like, "Well, we actually have." A woman flips Mercedes SUV during a test drive at a dealership. Well, it looks like you're buying this car, miss. Halle Berry recites, "Oops, I did it again." She fucked another white guy and then got engaged to him? Kobe Bryant doesn't want to be remembered as an athlete. He wants to be remembered as a rapist. Alright, he didn't rape that ugly white woman. Okay, calm down, everybody. Bruce Jenner's ex said she knew he was transgender 30 years ago. I think I just got something on Facebook. Let me check. If there's any drama, I want to see it right now. We'll cover this right now, folks. Is there anything? Oh, I got a friend's request from Fontel Randolph. Fontel Randolph is a guy that I used to be friends with when I was a kid. He just started his Facebook, apparently. And, yeah, we were best friends when we were a kid. And, I think he also sent me a Facebook message. Okay, sorry to interrupt everybody. That was boring news, but I was making sure there was no drama going on. Because, you know, a lot of comedians are glad there's Facebook drama going on, so that way they can, because in the comedy scene, we don't get a lot of drama. Most comedians don't really do what I did. They don't really post, so, okay, enough yapping. Is there any more topical news? A woman plunges to her death after tripping over shoes. These goddamn broads in their shoes. Police have identified the 21-year-old woman who fell off a cliff while taking a picture. And was she in high heels or something? Oh my god. I'm scared of heights, and, they're at a metro stop, and it says these places are not stable. Be careful, yeah. Everyone's always dying taking pictures. Everyone's got to get their selfies. Homeless woman gets big check over a Social Security flub. I can imagine her saying, ain't nobody got time for that. Homeless woman spent more than a decade proving Social Security owed her $100,000, and she was right. So that's a good story, man. She's a divorced mother of 4 who worked as a machinist. And, yeah, money, money, money. There's a high school dance that gets totally out of control. And, I want to take a look at this because I'm a pervert. This is from TMZ. High school dance battle. You got served. It turns violent. A bunch of white girls and black girls fighting each other. It is from some black girls. It says a full-scale dance brawl broke out of high school football game in Dallas last week when a drill team member broke into the Golden River dance battle. She messed up a girl's hair. Ah! So let's take a look at this.
A brawl at a high school football game ended with several students being suspended.
Now, the fight was not between football players. It actually involved the drill teams. Fox 4's Melissa Cutler is at Wilmer Hutchins Stadium with video of what happened. First here at 6. Melissa.
Hutchins Stadium. I respect it. So I'm trying to get my baby.
Oh my god, it's a bunch of black chicks just fucking... And that's exactly what I thought. There's a bunch of black chicks just fucking running at each other. And, they wear these weaves and such like that. Oh my. Folks, it's always the black girls in their hair. This is the most racist, sexist podcast. So anyways, that's not it for this episode. That's it for this segment. And there might be a Jack and Goat segment. A lot of people like to hear Goat, but they don't like to hear me either. So might as well team up. And possible sober drunk commentary, any beef, any Philly beef or any drama that happens. You hear about it. Who knows? Might be some city comics at the Crooked Eye tomorrow coming out to expose me. That'll be fun. I'll bring my camera. I'll get coverage of it, folks. This is your favorite podcast show that you don't listen to. And this is the first and worst podcast in Philadelphia. And all that stuff. Keep listening to find out what happens next, bitch. We're here with Goat at the Crooked Eye Brewery. And you've been doing concerts this...
Yeah, I wouldn't call it been doing.
You've been going to long road trips. You could drive to different countries with your friends, and
I go to different states. Actually,
all right, bye, Andy.
Bye, Andy.
He's too good to do the show.
Yeah,
he's too good to be my
too
friend.
Good for us.
But when he needs something, he texts me.
Hey, I got
like everybody
something
else.
for you.
Anyways, he's in a bad mood because he's a Jew and he got his car towed.
Yeah, I heard.
And when a Jew has to pay $200 for no reason, that's like their life savings.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh my god, I was going to see if I could get.
Did you see the controversy I posted on Facebook?
Oh, you started about the stealing?
Yeah.
Did it go farther? I read the first...
Yeah, well, on the guy's page, somebody took the whole post, and they put it on the whole guy's page, so all the comedians in the city were trashing, like, oh, he's just the Northeast
Way
act.
to get your name out there, bro.
That's what I'm saying, but everyone was... people listening to my podcast.
Donald Trump school of shit, man.
People were listening to my podcast. They were...
No publicity is bad publicity.
That's right. They were going to my YouTube channel.
Is that true?
They were
getting a lot of hits?
Not a lot, just a couple, but that's still better than nothing, right? Still better. Zero's better than... Three's better than zero is what I always say. But
I'd rather go
there's some people here who are talking trash and they don't like me either. But hey, that's
true.
Yeah, a couple.
Who can like you?
Oh, trust me. You think that people like me? I told you, I'm like.
I told you,
I'm pretty much in the same pool as you, except some
I hate
people.
when you say that. You're
no, really.
never agree with me.
No, but
everyone seems nice to me here. This is
everyone,
actually one place I feel like.
But this place is a little bit more phonier than a cabaret, don't you think?
Phony?
Don't you think it's a little phony?
No, I think it's friendlier, actually. I don't know what I call it phony.
Okay. Well, maybe that's just
Maybe
my
I'm
paranoia. But anyway,
Please, and you know someone more paranoid than me.
Yeah, so Andy Burbick, he was telling me all these good stories. He wanted the kitten. Who would give him a kitten, by the way? And then he said
I wanted to fuck a kitten, so I really meant.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting night tonight. I tried to get here early, but then I stopped for some food, and I was number 8 on the list. I could have got the number 1 spot, but Andy Burbick took it. I had California.
You don't want to be number 1.
I would rather go number 1 than number 8. I know that sounds weird, but here I feel like number 1 gets a little bit more. People listen. You haven't been here in a while.
Not if you're Andy Burbick, but
oh, the fries come with the meal, asshole.
Oh, yeah.
So did you ever drive to Canada to see Pearl Jam?
Who?
Pearl
Camden?
Jam, Canada.
Yes, I told you I've been to Canada a couple times.
No, but and
recently I was in Boston to see Pearl Jam.
Yeah, and.
Why do you ask about in Canada?
Because that was years ago, and I watched one of your old sets.
Oh,
I think you said you drove to Canada to see Pearl Jam.
My Great Lakes bit.
And somebody said,
"Why the Great Lakes?"
I think Scott Terry or somebody yelled out, "They suck." Pearl Jam.
No, Scott Terry likes Pearl Jam.
Oh, he does? Oh, somebody.
That was one of the few things we had in common.
Somebody yelled that out.
He hated me like Pearl Jam.
Somebody did. But anyways,
I miss him.
I miss him too. But what places have you drove this summer?
Boston. To see Pearl Jam.
Drove Boston to see Pearl Jam. Any other? And did you drive to any countries this summer?
No.
Just cities?
I'm not allowed to leave this country. Come on.
Oh, what happened?
Sorry, long story.
Can I hear it?
No.
Can you shorten the story?
Yeah.
Paraphrase it.
I can't leave the country.
So you did something.
I'm an illegal immigrant.
Okay. I'm from Canada. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, so
I love that you say I will.
You missed the cabaret?
No.
I went to the Trop last week.
How
First time there. It was pretty good. Like they didn't. I got a good spot, so they didn't bump me.
Did you ever go to the strip club comedy thing?
No, I haven't went there yet because I think it's.
Let's go. Let's go tonight. We're going tonight.
I don't know if it's tonight. I can check the guy's Facebook. Check it, and that'd be cool. But yeah, like I said, I mean,
I want a grandmother age stripper to fall in love with me on my comedy set. I want to work the pole while I'm doing my set.
Work the pole, work the room.
Do you get to work where the pole is? Doing your set?
I don't know. I haven't seen the setup.
Aren't you interested? Don't you find that?
I want to see the setup of it. I want to say that.
We can get him for free.
You can get it for free. And they give you a free drink, they think they said.
Shut up.
That's what the DJ told me. That's what he said. He said, first drink's on us. That's what he told me. Maybe they changed that rule.
I can't tip girls. That's not good.
Oh, I'm not
going
to tip them anything.
Yeah, I don't want to. I just want to go do comedy.
I just want to do comedy. They're like, hey, I want to give you a dance. I'm like, no, I'm gay.
Unless you're blowing me.
Yeah. So what do you do, bits you working on? You like to try out bits on me. What about the one you texted me? Tell that.
I have all new.
All 5 minutes?
Everything is new tonight.
Brand new 5 minutes. That's the thing about Goat, everybody. I will always defend him. He always does new material, just like me.
It may not be funny, but it's new.
And one thing I always respect about Goat was he always memorized his stuff. Like I would bring an index card, but
you said rememorized?
I said you were memorized.
Okay.
Maybe I did say remember.
We'll have to roll back the tape on that.
Probably did say
remember. You know, it sounds a little funny.
I defend it. See, you defend him.
See, that's why people don't like me. Because I'm
no, because you defend the guy and then you give him a compliment, then he trashes you. That's a good thing about you.
I don't trash you. I'm honest. I'm very particular about the English language.
Well, I'm going to mess up a lot. I'm not. But listen, so
that's okay. Most people do.
Now, what is your acting, like your thespian? No, your thespian technique as far as memorizing. Like, do you practice in the mirror? Do you repeat it 5 or 6 times so you get it? How do you memorize?
See, the funny thing is, I don't really memorize. It's basically the ideas. I get the general overview.
So you just write a premise down and then you just do it?
Well,
you Seinfeld it?
The first time I write it out.
I feel like you Seinfeld it. Like you record it and then you listen back to it and go, I could do that again. I'm going to add this to it. I'm going to take this out.
Well, if I tape my stuff, then yes, I add stuff. But yeah, doesn't everyone add stuff to their bits? Yeah. But that's from memory mainly, that I just come up with the premise, write it down once, and then you don't know how much you'll never see me do the same shit exact, because I don't remember because of the pot. So it's a general.
So you don't categorize your joke. You don't categorize your jokes, like, as far as like you have a keeper. You don't write that down. No.
I have everything written down. Yeah.
But you don't. I'm saying if you got something that's
sloppy, it's sort of.
But you memorize when something does well, right? You have to, right?
Yeah, I know it does well.
Okay.
I know my funny bits. I ask you. So I know.
Well, I'm a bad judge of.
Hey, this bit I'm doing tonight is Josh improved. And by the way, I added on. To the Josh approach. Should I do it right now?
Yeah, do it.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw, but Uber and Tesla, the company, are getting together to create driverless cars.
Driverless cars?
Yeah, you know, to help with the limo business, obviously.
Yeah.
That way they
you
don't
talk about like the Google cars you see driving around?
They're going to do it with Uber.
Right.
So Uber and Tesla are getting in bed together, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good idea from either a passenger viewpoint or from a fellow driver on the road. Because who the fuck am I giving the finger to when I'm trying to go past them because they're driving in the left lane if there's no driver?
What is that, like a ghost or something? The Google ghost?
A robot. And if I'm as a passenger, I'm like, really? You're going this way? It's rush hour. You're getting on 95 on rush hour?
Save it for the stage.
And I told my joke. I told that to one of my friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, come on. They have apps for that, like GPS, like Waze, that'll help you avoid traffic.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but will they help you avoid bad neighborhoods? Fucking robot. You're going through Camden. It saved me 30 seconds. Really? You're going through fucking Camden, robot?
Oh, yeah, listen.
Save it for the audience.
Save it for the stage.
But there's more.
What's more?
It continues. Because no sooner than the next day, I don't know if you saw this, they said there's going to be brothels in England that are going to have robot whores. True story. By 2050.
Sex robot? You talking about the sex robots?
Sex robots, but in brothels. Robot whores.
You're kind of slobbering. I think you have dry mouth. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I think it's pot. You smoke pot. Don't you get dry mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're interrupting.
You want to get a water or something? I'm afraid you're going to slobber all over me.
I'm not slobbering anyway.
So let's get back to the sex robots.
So I'm like, great. I now see the future of my life while I'm yelling at my driverless robot car to get the fuck out of the left lane, and I'll be in the backseat of my robot car telling her to go faster while she's blowing me.
Oh,
come on!
Yeah. Yeah. After that, you do the yeah thing. After that,
yeah.
Woo! Woo!
That's what I usually do.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all right, but that's all.
You don't like that?
Yeah.
It's tough to laugh.
I like the yeah thing. I guess that's what I did.
The favorite part of that bit was the ending.
Well, I mean, that's what we do. I mean, Will Fitz, we go, yeah.
So who does?
Will Fitz. You know Will Fitz, right? The kid who used to do Open Mic Trump, glasses.
I know Will Fitz.
Yeah.
What about him? He's missing a tooth.
He has a gold tooth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because he's like a rapper. Yo, yo, yo. He's keeping it real. He's gangster.
He's pretty hood for a Northeast guy. You know, he listens to Killer Mike and shit.
Will A. Fitz.
William Fitzgerald. Well, it's William Fitzgerald.
No.
All right, well that's it.
That's
coverage.
For Jackaboo?
Anything else you got to add? We haven't talked to you about a month, so anything? Any stories from your?
Yeah, I actually was seeing this girl.
All right.
Speaking of sex,
I was seeing this girl, but she couldn't see me because she was blind.
And this was right when Donald Trump was in.
Were you dating her for sex?
Yeah, amongst other things. No, it was just the sex. But Donald Trump comes in the video, and I made fun of him. She's like, I'm voting for him. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm a Republican, you know. And I never called her again.
Oh.
At the end of that. That was the end of that.
You give up sex for politics?
Right. I was like, I can't. I was like, seriously, my life was like Larry David for the next 2 days. I was like, this girl I'm seeing, I'm telling my friends, she's a Republican. I don't think I can fuck her anymore. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't. It's like disgusting.
Well, it was nice catching up with you. I did miss your conversations for last month. I'm glad you...
I'm kind of sorry Andy didn't stay out here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you had a safe trip and you got to see bands and you got
Pearl Jam, Radiohead twice. We're actually going on a road trip to see Radiohead in October, if you'd like to join us.
Nice.
You can't.
Probably not. Yeah.
So, yeah, my favorite band's like the 2 greatest concerts I've ever seen in my life.
All right, man. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're doing okay. And
I'm glad you're doing okay.
You
look well.
Thank you. We're gonna wrap this episode up, and this segment up, and we're gonna do some comedy here. Yeah, Jack and Goat, man.
Yeah, Jack.
The old times. Turn this room up.
Roger Snare, by the way, supports Donald Trump. Dirty, filthy.
All right.
Roger Snare.
All right. JoshCast.
All right, you just heard some Goat, which everyone loves, the Jack and Goat segment. It's been about a month
As Goat's been traveling the world of douchery, doing rock concerts. He's going through his midlife crisis. Last night I was at the Crooked Eye Brewery, as you just heard, and there was some tension there. I gotta be honest with you. It was the first open mic I've been to since about a week ago, or a little over a week ago. I went on Facebook and blasted a comic for allegedly doing one of my jokes. And when I first walked in, this young kid, who I'm not going to mention his name, but he's a hack pretty much. He said something under his breath. Didn't bother to say it to my face, but he said something under my breath. So I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I didn't bother saying anything to him. And later he came up to me and said hi, and I could tell there was definitely some comics that were kind of talking about me and kind of, laughing and stuff. And of course, nobody says anything to my face. Not to say I'm tough, but hey, that's cool, man. Did an okay set. Got a few chuckles. Wasn't a great crowd over there, but hey, I just found out actually there's not going to be another Crooked Eye Brewery open mic for 3 weeks because once again, this sucks for Wednesday. Every open mic is on Wednesday. There's 5 open mics there's 5 Wednesdays in the month of August. So they're only doing it every second and last Wednesday. And the next second Wednesday is not 3 weeks away. Then I stopped by the Cabaret with Andy Burbick to have a drink with the bartender, and he said the Cabaret open mic is not going to come back to October the 1st, possibly. Which is a lot sooner because the bartender wants to take a 2-week vacation or some shit. So, yeah, man. So I have no choice but to go down to the city the next couple weeks if I want to get stage time. That's going to be interesting, and that's going to suck for me. But hey, folks, it's all my fault. I started all this, right? Well, anyways, let's get to some topical news. By the way, last night when I got back, for some reason, my back started hurting. Doctor said, "I'm back at me." And I don't know why, and just for no reason. And I was going to start the Uber thing today, but I just didn't feel like driving or anything. I have like a bad cramp in my back or something. It's getting better, but I'm lazy. I don't even work. How the fuck do I have back problems? Anyways, tomorrow I'm going to try the Uber thing, and we'll talk about that and such. But anyways, there was an earthquake in Italy, I believe, and I think hundreds of people have died. Dwight Howard, NBA star, says he wants to be a WWE wrestler. Why would you want to be a WWE? You're making millions and millions of dollars to be some big, stupid-looking guy who just blocks shots and does dunks on people's heads. Why would you want to give that up to wrestle and touch men? I think he's gay. Why would you give that up? A high school senior hilariously regrets a kindergarten photo. Well, yeah, a lot of us do. Most of us had bad teeth and, stuff like that. Of course, me, I regret every single photo I've ever taken. I should not be on camera, folks. Not be on camera. Also, not have a podcast as well. But hey, what are you going to do about that? Threateners leave a threatening note for a family at home. A biracial Kansas family got a racist letter threatening them to leave the neighborhood. "You better stop having that goddamn hot interracial sex. I'm so sick of your girlfriend's big white ass bouncing on that big black dick. I'm telling you, you do it one more time and I have to jerk off to you. I'm going to get you out of here." It says, "We have noticed that some black children at your residence." The letter reads in part, "Maybe you're running a daycare to use your children. If that's the case, we have put the house for sale. The neighborhood does not have any blacks in it." Well, I'm just happy that this finally, I know this is going to sound terrible, but white people have been so phony and so liberal. I'm just glad there's still some racism. I know that's terrible to say. I don't mean like hanging someone from a tree or anything, but Jesus, white people are so funny these days. Nice to hear some racism. I know that's it's New York City with a man. No tomfoolery in NYC. Todrick Hall is a vegan restaurant. So yeah, looking at her in the picture, she's got a nice camel toe, nice flat belly. Yeah, but I heard some of the guys says she doesn't really like a lot of sex. But wouldn't you bang her just for the story, though? Just say, "Hey, I fucked Taylor Swift and she laid there like a fish." Women wins massive amount playing the penny slots. I thought those slots are Hawaiian women wins $10.7 million. $10.7 million? What the on the cheapest slot machine on one Las Vegas casino. I bet you they were happy to write her that check. Because casinos love losing money. If anybody knows anything about casinos, they probably murder her in the parking lot. "Excuse me, miss, let me help you with your bags." Sliced her neck. Giants owner is comfortable with player who hit wife. I would be too. I go, "Hey, listen, whatever this guy does, as long as he scored me touchdowns, this guy can rape his wife." That's terrible. I know. Woman sues famous talk show after she fell down. Live with Kelly and Michael. I thought that show was over. Didn't that guy leave? I guess not. I fell into their trap. TV studio is a dark and dangerous place, only because of their feud. This woman named Judith said in January 2004, she fell hard on her ass. Oh boy. So yeah, she's suing them. She might win for having a big clumsy ass. Dean Martin's ex-wife dies after battle with cancer. Cancel. I should cancel this show. With cancer. I'm only laughing at myself for making that mistake. I'm not laughing at. Once again, cancer is a terrible thing. Horrific video surfaces of slain ISIS American hostage. Once again, this goddamn ISIS. Sheriff accused of committing a horrific act against an inmate in prison. He's accused of sexually assaulting an inmate he brought to his home. You kinky little devil, you. Well, folks, we got sober drunk commentary coming. Possible sober drunk commentary. Can't predict the future. And also talk about the Uber thing if I end up finally doing that tomorrow. I gotta Febreze my car because I'm afraid my car, because I sweat a lot and I'm a guy, and you don't think about the smell in your car because it's your car. But I get an air freshener, put some Febreze in there, and start making some of that good old Uber money, folks. Woo! But anything else that happens, you hear about it. We're gonna keep on recording. That's right, baby.
Yes, hi. Is this your Bully Hotline?
Yes, it is.
Okay. A number of females who have been harassing me.
Yes.
They do all different types of things to me, and I can't really physically touch them. I try talking to them, but it seems like there's nothing really I can do to them.
What school?
What school?
Yeah.
I go to Washington.
Washington what?
Washington High.
Your name?
Mark Simmons.
And you got the girl's name?
Yeah. One's name is Lisa Quinn.
The other one?
The other one name is Crystal Hennings. But anyway, they do all types of harassment against me. This has been going on for 2 years.
Mark?
Yeah.
Book number?
Our book number is 142. They wear short skirts and everything, and they wear tops sometimes with no bras and stuff.
Give me your phone number so I can have an investigator call you back.
And I can't take this anymore.
What?
I just can't take it. I feel like my penis is gonna fall off one day. I can't take it. Why must they tease me like that? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything. Hello?
Yeah, you gonna give me your phone number so I can have an investigator call you?
Yeah. Can't take this anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna have an investigator call you, Mark.
Damn their vaginas. Damn!
Hey, folks. Saturday night here. Last night, I gave up one of my precious nights out of partying to do the whole Uber thing. That's right, yesterday I did an Uber shift from 12 to 4. I popped my Uber cherry, and I did about 4 runs in about, I would say, 3 hours. I know that doesn't sound good, but once again, I was driving around trying to find the best spots. Also, somebody canceled. I accidentally canceled on somebody, messing around with the app. And then last night I did 9:30 to 1:30. I did about 4 hours last night. Actually, let's say 3.5 probably. And I did about 6 runs. So that was pretty cool. I decided to give out. I parked my car in Old City, and I did 6 runs. I was in Lansdale. I was in Delaware. I was in deep in South Philly on Patterson Ave, where Xfinity Live was. I was in Chinatown. I was in West Philly. I was all over the place, and it was pretty good. I could have did more, but my back started hurting in my ass because I'm sitting in my uncomfortable car seat all day. And then today I only did 1 run, which was not worth the gas, and somebody else canceled. So it's going okay so far. 2 cute drunk chicks got in my car last night, but they were wasted, and that's not hot. They're very annoying, and nothing really interesting really happened. I mean, no stories or anything, but it's going well. I was gonna give up another night tonight, but I decided no. Tonight I am not. I should make that money. But instead tonight I'm gonna go out and do some drinking, and I'm going to do some sober commentary with drunk people. That's right. That's when we do that segment no one cares about, just like this show. And let's see if there's anything going on in local news before we get a little naughty, I guess you can say. I rarely get naughty, but we party, we go out. Arizona Coyotes hired their first full-time female coach. Name show, so once again, gotta prove that women are equal by doing stuff that's unnatural, like making them a coach. Can you imagine listening to a woman when you're in hockey gear? There's a mystery shark found in a puddle confounds experts. And looking at this thing, it looks like a shark someone took a nasty shit on. Just looks gross. No offense. I mean, it's one of God's creatures, but I would consider one of God's creatures. Look how that turned out. Woofa, right? Horrifying video shows a baby eject from a car during a rollover crash. The parents are happy. What? Why would they be happy? Okay, they're not happy. The parents are in big trouble. And the baby's still alive. An officer broke into a window to save the baby stuck in a car. He was surprised what he discovered. So I think the baby's still alive. I'm not sure. Looks like it. I don't know. How did that baby live? Jesus. A 21-year-old woman fell off a cliff. I talked about that. We didn't talk about that. It happened. I think she was doing some sort of cliff jumping or something that dangerous. Rihanna steps out at NYC just wearing a bra. Well, I mean, isn't that what she does? She has no makeup, it says. She was makeup free, flaunts her natural abs in a bra at the VMA performance. Now, she doesn't look that hot in this picture, but once again, isn't that what she does? All these chicks, they just act like sluts. Isn't that just pretty much what they do? I mean, is that really surprising? Uh-oh, KFC's top secret chicken recipe has been revealed. I guarantee you there's, what's it called? X-Lax in it. Because whenever I eat KFC, I take a dump. Mom's constipation turns into a $30 million business. And it shows them with their family. They're all smiling. It's a cult juggernaut. One woman's constipation is turning fame into millionaires. She had issues in the bathroom department her whole life. Yeah, isn't that what all girls say as a joke? They can't shit? Yeah. There was nothing. They're not millionaires. So they made a toilet stool and a healthy posture type of product and they made $30 million. Damn, how come I haven't invented something that made me a millionaire for all the diarrhea shits I take or something? You know what I mean? Fugitive church leader may have been raptured. Man, I'm not sure if that's good news or bad news. There's not a lot going on right now, as you guys can tell. I'm struggling. Mom accused of murdering for giving toddler meth. Well, she should be accused of that, right? Well, she'll be accused. She's not being accused of being the mother of the year, I tell you that, but please find a 300-pound animal living underneath a man's deck. And, I'm trying to think of a fat celebrity woman. I was going to do a joke. Like, after they told Oprah to leave, Mary. Let's not do that. Towing company caught running a ingenious scam. So yeah, I mean, some towing. It's in Philly, so pay attention to this. Philly towing company in hot water over alleged tow trap, and actually Andy Burbick, who does the show, told me that he got a ticket for parking at his friend's apartment. That's why he didn't do the podcast this week. He was in a bad mood. George Smith Towing is suspected of preying Philadelphia's use a cunning scheme involving bait trucks, hidden signs. Yeah, that's what happened to Andy. He couldn't see the sign. And I told Andy, you should fight it, because if you couldn't see the sign, someone says they're in the same spot all day long. So yeah, I tried to tell that Jew, Andy Burbick, but yeah, he never wants to listen. Alright, so that's it for this segment. Once again, can't guarantee it, but there should be some sober commentary of drunk people. And then we'll wrap this up with more odd and topical news. Folks, keep on listening. Also, check out my YouTube channels, The Jack Attack and Josh Jack. I put some new prank call videos on there. So, all right, let's keep going here. All right, sober drunk commentary, Old City. Not 2 a.m. exactly, but getting there. 1:52. I'm recording this a little early because I don't know. You know, tonight's a pretty dull night. I started out at Columbus Boulevard as usual, going to the Morgan's Pier, and I had my 4 or 5 shots of Jägermeister, and I hung out with this new guy tonight. He's not a pickup guy. He's, well, weirdly as it sounds, I met him off Craigslist. And no homo, for a friend thing. And I forgot to actually email him, text him. So I texted him when I was on the train. He took an Uber. And, well, he came out like around 9. He only hung out for about 2 hours. And we were talking, hanging out, getting to know each other, had a drink, you know, and this cute blonde chick started dancing with us. She was pretty weird. I guess she was just trying to have fun. She saw us, and she was the type of girl that, hey, I want to get you guys to dance. So we danced with her. We double-teamed her. And then he left early. I guess he had enough of me. I'm outside the plow in the stars right now. And, cool, man. Trying to get away. I mean, I like to be near the action, but when you're in the middle of the action, it's that's enough. But yeah, so I hung out with this guy for 2 hours, and then there was I wouldn't say a fight tonight, but a guy, he got his head slammed in. He was trying to, I guess, attack one of the bouncers. So I'm on Chestnut Street right now, which is actually away from the action. I'm trying to, once again, I like to be near the action, but right now I'm just trying to do some commentary, talk about my night before I get to the action. I like to do that. I have my you know, my what you call it, my routine, whatever you want to call it. This is a routine for this bullshit. I'm in Olds, like I said. I walked today. I did the Uber thing, and I have to say that I messed up. I only got one trip because I was going down to the wrong area. I kept driving around looking for the good spots, and I only got one trip today. So yeah, I made $7 today doing Uber. And I was gonna, you know, tonight I did think about, should I do Uber tonight or should I party? And I decided to party tonight. I mean, I should be making money. I should be in my car picking up drunks. But I decided, you know what? Fuck that. Tonight I don't feel like it. You know, I got tomorrow to do that. I got all next week. I mean, I'm unemployed. So when you're unemployed, you have all the free time in the world, folks. Too much free time to do whatever you want. So like I said, I'm on Chestnut Street. In a few minutes, I'm going to move over to the Cuba Libre for all the street harassment and action. I was actually just driving down here last night. Driving down right here on Chestnut Street. There's a gravelly road right before you get the front. A big gravelly road. It feels like your tires are gonna pop off. It's the worst. I mean, I drove down here last night the whole time driving. I go, what the hell is this shit? I mean, I know this is supposed to be historic. I know this is supposed to be like, what was it? Ben Franklin. But can you fix this goddamn sidewalk up? I mean, how many hundreds of years ago was Ben Franklin down here having sex with a black pussy? You know what I mean? Was it at like hundreds of years ago? So, yeah, it's pretty dead down here. So I'm down. I'm not trying to get away from the people, but the purpose of this is to get close to the action. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna head over now. I just ate a big slice of pepperoni pizza, as I only had lunch today. And plus, well, I am a chubby, bloated fuck. So hey, who cares at this point, right? Wash it down with a nice iced tea. Yeah, tonight was a pretty dull night. I was only down. I was at Morgan's Pier from like. I was at the Morgan's Pier from like 9:30 to like 12. A little after 12. And then after that, I decided, you know what? That's it. I'm leaving because once again, it gets so crowded that you can't even stand anywhere. You know, it's like there's nowhere you can stand without being bumped around. Street harassment is starting to happen. The girls are starting to come out the bars. As it's summertime, people do leave the bars a little earlier because it's not as packed as it usually is. So gonna get ready to cross the street and stand outside the Blue Martini, my spot, until a bunch of cock-block douchebag guys or some homeless person stands next to me. Because the fact that I'm like by myself, that's people, you know, they do that, you know, they stand like right next to you, like they don't give a fuck, you know, they don't give a, you know. If I had at least one person with me. It's 1:58 right now. It's not 2 a.m. yet. So I actually recorded this a little bit too early, but once again, I was sitting outside the pizza place, and I was just bored, you know. I'm looking inside Bully right now and watching people dance. And like I said, I like to watch people dance. I think dancing is fascinating because, like I said, we're all animals. And I picture a bunch of tigers and lions and such and dancing. And it makes me laugh. You know what the funny thing is? Nobody has proof when you're an Uber driver that you're in your car. I mean, I could turn my app on right now and my phone will buzz if somebody picks me. And I don't even like have a car, you know what I mean? I can just easily just say, hey, sorry, dude, I don't even have a car. You know, so it's pretty funny if I did that. Alright, let me get across the street here. So it looks like there was some punani down here, but I think there usually is. And yeah, I'm not the only guy. Remember, I told you a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, when I was down here, I saw another guy doing the same thing as me. Maybe he was doing it for his podcast. But another guy, he had a phone, and I think he was pretending he was talking to somebody. So he's just like me. So another lonely guy with his phone out, just pretending that he's, you know, talking to somebody. But really he's not talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to move where this cop car is. There is a cop out here, which is great to look after the community. Fun stuff. And now the bars are officially closed. It is 2 a.m. on the nose. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Another year of Jacobooisms. Street harassment usually doesn't take place till about 5 to 7 minutes after these bars close. Because some people are paying for their tab, people are using the bathroom. You know, there's some desperate guy begging for some girl's number. I used to be one of those guys. You know, they used to just try to ask for, you know, a phone number, and once again, the girl gives you some lame-ass excuse, or the girl gives you her phone number. And, well, I had a few dates, but it rarely happened. You know, it rarely happened where I would get a date or something. It's like the odds are so slim. That's why I said I feel bad for all the guys out here. They actually think, yeah, man, I'm going to take a chick home. I'm going to take a chick home and I'm gonna bang her. It's like, good luck with that shit. Yeah, lots of Ubers are down here right now. Many Ubers. It's Uber Central pretty much. So you have to be more specific if you want an Uber. You know. But yeah, man, like I said, I started driving for Uber on Friday. It's only been about 2 days. Yesterday I had a pretty decent day doing it, and then today wasn't really a good day. I drove down to Temple today, and I got a call. And, okay, it's getting very loud out here. I got a call and the person canceled. Okay? Then, I was driving around Temple. I didn't get anything else. I was going to go down to UPenn, but I decided, you know what, fuck this. I drove down to, from Temple down to Old City. And same thing, I got a call, and I don't know what happened. I guess the person, they called, and then they canceled. So, yeah, I got 2 calls today, and they both canceled. And I just got frustrated. I said, fuck this. I only had one trip, and it was some Puerto Rican guy and his little daughter, picking them up in Port Richmond and driving him down the Northeast. That's the only trip that I had today. So, yeah, that's all that really happened. So, yeah, like I said, I didn't make much, but once again, I should have been working tonight. Instead of me, you know, going out to party, I should have fucking, you know, I should have did that, but I decided, you know, I'm gonna come down here to the Columbus Boulevard and just hang out pretty much. You know? That's what I decided to do. Did you hear that? This guy's got her from behind, and he's like walking down the street grabbing her, and she's yelling out, stop fucking my asshole. See, that's the type of things I want to do. Not only do I want to get laid, but if I do hang out with a girl, I want to do stuff like that. I want to get raunchy, I want to get rowdy, I want to offend people, I want to say stuff like, I want the girl to say, my asshole. You know, but it's so hard to find a girl like that. Well, first of all, it's so hard to find a girl who would even tolerate me, I guess, to even date me. They're not attracted to me. I'm not black or whatever it is. And also, that's hard enough. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I define a girl who's that raunchy. She's gonna say, "Hey, get my butthole pregnant." Man, that's a lot of work, man. So I see this pickup guy now. He actually lives down here in Old City. This guy's a pimp, man. Logistics, man, great logistics. I live in Northeast Philly, so even if I met a girl who wanted to bang me, unless she's gonna drive all the way to my parents' basement, yeah, right. Odds of me having sex are slim to none. But he lives in Old City. He lives in Society Hill. So he lives about 10, 15 minutes from here. I mean, that's great fucking logistics. And he's talking to this skinny black chick with a big ass right now. He's getting her number. He's pimping it right now. Nice. He's walking with her, so I guess it's going well. Who knows? But once again, he lives down here. Imagine how... I mean, I don't know if it will be a good thing to live down here, but it's certainly, you know, everything has its pros and cons, but it'll be nice to, you know, live down here. All right, now the street harassment is happening. It's 2:05. 2:05 right now. Usually 5 to 7 minutes after. That's when the street harassment happens. I see guys are fishing out to follow girls and such. It's a fat Spanish chick almost bumped into me. There's a cop car now here blocking off traffic. So looks like it's officially got smoke coming out the car. This car is officially smoking. This guy's blocking the street off. He's blocking the street off right now. The street is officially blocked off, it looks like. But yeah, man, all the hoes are coming out the bars right now, and I call them hoes because that's what they are. I mean, what else are they? They're not nice. I mean, I highly doubt any girl that comes out here is nice the way they act. Once again, they come out here and dress the way they do. And then when a guy talks to them, they get very upset and they get mad at you. So it's all the more reason not to really try anymore. Why bother, right? Why try to talk to anybody? So yeah, most of the girls I see coming out right now are from Blue Martini. Two guys are talking about Miami. I was down in Miami, but I only went to South Beach, and I got sick down there, and I got the flu. I'm not sure how long I'm going to record for. It's 2:07 right now. I've been recording for exactly 15 minutes. Now another cop car is coming down here. Any minute now they're going to tell me, "Hey, buddy, get out of here and go home." But what I want to say, is it against the law for me to stand here? I mean, I am a grown man. I'm 30 years old. I'm 30 years old, so you can't really tell me to go home. Because there was one time where I remember a cop was down here, and a cop was saying, "Hey, man, you know, why don't you go home?" You know, and I was thinking, well, I'm 30 years old, so it's like, how could you tell me to go home?
Everyone says it's a bar.
So,
They give you free rides back to your place.
yeah.
Should I send them on?
So these two desperate hoes sat right next to me. I'm moving away from them because obviously they wanted guys to approach them, so now I'm moving over. And the thing is, I'm not going to flatter myself and say anybody who sits next to me obviously wants attention from me, but sometimes I get weirded out because sometimes there's a lot of space, and sometimes somebody would just stand right next to me. Oh, there's a cop watching the action. There's a cop watching all the street harassment. I bet you the cops see a lot of street harassment down here. So yeah, like I said, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and there's plenty of places to sit, and these two skanky hoes, they sit right next to me, so they want me to open them and say something, so that way they can play me. That's what they want. Just like they all do. They all want you to engage them, say hi to them, and then they sit there and say, what are you talking to me for? Like, what am I talking to you for? Why are you even dressed up? So, hey. Why bother, right? Damn, now one other cop car down. It's 2 cop cars. 2 cop cars and another one. That's 2 cop cars in a van. They are really trying to make sure there's no street harassment out here. Because these goddamn skanks can't keep their legs closed. That's why. Goddamn skanks who don't keep their legs closed. They don't want to fucking, it's their fault pretty much. These girls do not have to dress like this though. So it's their fault. Damn, now it's another van. There's 2 vans right now with 2 cop cars. Wow, what happened? Did anything happen down here? Or are they just really trying to get nobody to fuck down here? I don't understand why there's so many down here. Hey, you won't. This girl made a face at me. You just bumped into me. I'm standing straight. You're the one ran into me. You can kiss my ass. Once again, it's just all for attention. That's what they do it for. What else? They get the validation from it. That's what it is. They want you to talk to them. Then you say something to them. They want to play you, these stanky hoes. Fuck them. Yeah, man. 18 minutes right now in the recording. It's 2:10 a.m. I'm getting paranoid now. I've seen like fights down here. I've seen street harassment. I've seen people puking, people fighting, all different sorts of stuff. I've never seen this many cop cars down here. So I don't think anything necessarily happened. I just, once again, just really trying to keep the street harassment down. All the street harassment down. They're trying to keep people from fucking, apparently. They don't want anybody down here fucking. That's what it is. But I'm just going to do it for a few more minutes and I'm going to head out, alright? So, if you're looking for me, let me know. Because, yeah. Once again, my train's probably going to take another 20 minutes. Remember, this is the only podcast where an out-of-shape guy, or any guy for that matter, doesn't matter if I'm out of shape or not, goes out and this guy's just running in the street in front of a cop car like an asshole. Once again, this is the only podcast where a guy goes out on a Friday night, Saturday night, whatever, down the city, where all the raunchy businesses, where all the action, all the drunks, all the nuts, all the neurotics. This is it right here, folks. This is the only podcast you're going to hear about that. There's nothing else. This big butt black chick almost bumped into me. That would have been nice. I didn't get any contact tonight. Only contact I got tonight was that drunken white chick who I danced with, but she was just being friendly. She danced with me and the other guy at the same time. And it's no wonder though why most of these guys get laid. I mean, listen to how they act, right? Listen to how they laugh. only a loser laughs like that. Oh, the 2 girls that were sitting down, they're getting approached right now by this guy I know. He's kind of in the pickup community, but not. He's actually really cool. He goes out by himself like me, except he it's really good at game. He actually tries. I don't try anymore. He's a short black guy with a hat. I call him Pimp Daddy. And he has like a Jamaican or African accent. And he's good, man. I mean, I don't know if he's ever gotten laid out here before. But he's good. And the two hoes that wanted attention, it worked because he's talking to them. Obviously that's why they sat there. Sat there because they didn't get enough attention, I guess, tonight. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up right now. I already recorded for over 20 minutes. And remember, nobody's listening to this podcast. So, JoshCast, Sober Drunk Commentary, and Old City right now. The madness continues, folks. Alright, you just heard over 20 minutes of Sober Drunk Commentary. I highly doubt anybody's... If you listen to this whole episode, please let me know in a Facebook message. Say, and that's the test. Hey, Josh, I just listened to the whole... I mean, the whole episode itself, but especially 21 minutes. Yeesh. Well, anyway, it's Sunday here. We're going to wrap this episode up, and I'm going to get ready to do the Uber thing. I'm recording this a little earlier than usual. So let's then close this out in the odd news. More bodies are found in Italy, so still finding people in the earthquake. In Chicago, Dwayne Wade's brother was shot. I don't know if he was shot to death, but there's 2 suspects on that. No, that happened. Shocking moment shows video where a student pulled out a stun gun on a teacher who was trying to restrain him. So this guy's trying to restrain this girl, and she pulls out a stun gun. Jesus Christ, I mean, teachers have it worse and worse. And on top of that, you got this cell phone technology. These kids shouldn't even be allowed to have a cell phone. Woman falls off cliff. We talked about that yesterday. That's not a good way to die. That's one of my fears in life. We're all going to die someday, but just dying that way. I mean, I'm scared of heights for those reasons. Woman finds a huge surprise hidden within a time capsule. Buried with boyfriend's proposal. I could not believe him. Well, this guy, he buried something just to say, hey babe, would you marry me? That's a very creative way. I think the VMAs are happening. Remember the MTV Video Music Awards used to be so controversial? Now it's just boring. I don't even watch it. It's all stupid people who shouldn't be famous. Famous singer crashes a New Hampshire's wedding. Justin Timberlake just walks in and says, hey, let me sing a song for you, girl. Some shit. That's not good. Because now your bride wants to suck his dick instead of yours. So, yeah, let's not do that. Britney Spears must be doing the Botox. She looks very, fake. Obamacare is getting worse. Yeah, they fined me last year $300 when I worked, those cocksuckers. Alright, there's not much really going on. Let's get to the odd news, weird news. They changed their website, which I don't like. Seems like there's less weird news going on, but once again, it's my favorite segment. Woman who unleashed crickets on New York City train says it was all a prank. So she was just doing an Eric Andre type of shit. Go Topless Go is equal rights anthem we didn't know we needed. It shows a black woman and a white woman with their titties out singing. So if you want to see that, you want to see some titties and some such, go to that. There's a potty never ends on a plumber on a viral toilet sign. It says the potty never ends. So that's his sign. That's a hilarious sign. So that should give him some business. Obama wears a VR headset, sparks epic Photoshop battle. Whale vomit chunk may increase British families' gross income. So a lot of people are getting rich over this. Last night, some lady got rich for inventing some sort of constipation product. Her whole family, $30 million. Man bathes in hot sauce and really questions his life choices. So, his eyes look like they're all burning and stuff. But I'm jealous of him. He's going viral. Everyone's going viral but me. Definitely not this podcast. Barbra Streisand mocks Donald Trump. I think Jimmy Fallon dressed up like him. Roof jumper gets wedged between buildings trying to impress a gal. So this guy, there's videos of people doing that, and I get so scared, man. It's so freaky that people do that. They risk their life to... Ann Coulter will be featured on Comedy Central's Roast to Rob Lowe. Because when you think comedy, you think Ann Coulter, right? Kangaroo dog is on a journey to run and play like a regular pup. So does Godzilla have a penis? Well, wasn't he chasing after that princess? He has to have something down there. Doctors remove 40 knives from a man's stomach. Baseball player's grand slam smashes his own truck windshield. That's fucking amazing. I mean, that has to be some sort of fate thing right there. Spot on video. Woman unleashes great. Okay, we read that already. Some lucky woman just won $10.7 million on a slot machine. We read that story before. And folks, that's all that's really going on. You see, there's not a lot. But if anybody listens to any of this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's going to be interesting because, as I said before in one of the last clips, there is no Crooked Eye Brewery open mic for another 3 weeks instead of 2 because there's 5 Wednesdays again in August, which sucks. So we have to wait another 3 weeks, which is not good. However, it's going to be interesting because if I want to get stage time, I have to go down to the city. And I try to avoid the city now, especially with all the controversy. Once again, I started. But it's going to be interesting, folks, because once again, yeah, I have to go down to the city. Like I said, there's no cabaret open mic is going to come back until possibly somewhere between September 18th to October 1st, which is not until another month or so. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But once again, anything happens, you're going to hear in the next one. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one, JoshCast.
You have just listened to the world's most awful podcast show, JoshCast.